Hey, it is Bill with TRC, and usually I'm about to say and presenting my award to the Runner of the Week, but right now we thought we'd go behind the scenes, and this is obviously not the Runner of the Week standing in front of me. This is Mr. Allan Gutcher of Beacon Bats, and he is the artiste, the mastermind behind our water bottles that we present to Runners of the Week, as well as many other things. Just to really quick show you what we're doing over here. This is a water bottle, a Runner of the Week in the process of being manufactured with this very intricate laser device. That's what it looks like to start with, and that's what it's going to look like once we get done with it, beautiful royal blue. But back to the mastermind behind it all, this is Allan Gutcher of Beacon Bats. I had the privilege of coaching his daughter years ago when I was a coach at Gaither High School. And when I was with Gaither, Allan did a ton of stuff for me, so thought I would introduce all of y'all to Allan Gutcher and Beacon Bats. So, Allan, thanks for doing all this for me. You're doing a wonderful job. The looks on the faces of the athletes when they pull the bottles out of the box, they're just stunned. It's a great product. So tell me a little bit about yourself, how long you've been doing this, how did this get started, and just some highlights of Beacon Bats.
All right, well, thank you, Bill. Thanks for having me, and welcome everyone to my shop. My shop is actually in the backyard of my house, so I'm very fortunate to have about a 20-yard commute from where I live to where I work. I've been doing laser engraving since about 2014, so going on about 12 years now, and it all started with my son being a freshman at Gaither High School when he started playing baseball. And I had been doing some woodworking on the side and made a few bats for him when he was young, and then I decided to ask the coach, what do you do for seniors for senior night for baseball? And he goes, I don't know, I let the parents do that. So I said, I want to do something for the seniors, and I ended up making senior bats. We can scan over to that one. And so that year I ended up doing 2 senior bats for schools. For Gaither was one, Chamberlain was the other. And every year the coaches see those bats presented to seniors and say, where can I get those, coach? And he's been nice enough to do so. Here's something for Armwood that I did just last year, but the bats are designed to be full-size bats, and I make each one of these by hand. I paint them to the school colors. I personalize them for each of the players, and these are presented to the baseball players on their senior night. We all know what happened in 2020 with the shutdown of COVID, so baseball was also shut down for a couple of years. And like everybody else, I had to pivot and figure out what else to do. So I had a number of people asking me, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And I go, I can make that for you, and I can even make it better and or personalize it as well. I still have the laser engraver, and so I learned how to do water bottles. I learned how to do keychains. You name it, I can engrave on it. Whether it be plastic or metal, glass, cork, leather, all kinds of different stuff that I do on. So this is kind of where I live and I work. And if you have a need for anything that I can help you with, not only sports-wise, but corporate-wise, personalized Christmas gifts, holiday accessories, I can help you with that. So, Bill, I appreciate you taking the time to come out to my shop and letting everybody see what they do. And we're about halfway through this water bottle. You can kind of see how it's working. We'll give it a minute or two, and then we'll do your logo on the backside, and we'll let everybody see how it's all finished up.
So I've seen the bat. I think I've seen bats that you've done for door handles at like I think a sports bar. You did those a few years back.
Yes.
You've done a lot of unique items over the years, I'm sure. What would you say is the most unique item that you've done, either wood or metal, or just somebody brought something to you and said, can you do this? And
so the most unique thing that I've done is I had a guy starting out his own barbecue food restaurant, and he wanted his logos on the chicken breasts that he was smoking. And we actually brought in raw chicken breasts, and we lasered his logo on the chicken breast, and then he smoked it on his grill. So, with that being said, I've actually teased some of my younger players that come in with their dad to get a bat personalized and everything. I said, when you turn 18, if you come in and you can hold your arm still enough, I'll give you a free tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody has taken me up on that yet.
How in the world do you laser engrave on a chicken breast and then it comes out when he smokes it?
One of the neat things with my computer is I can tell the computer. Let's go back here. This is your artwork right now for the water bottle. I can go in on my computer and I can change the power and the speed and the pulses per inch depending on what the substrate is. So it was just a matter of practicing and playing until we got it right.
Wow. And when he cooked the chicken, it still had his logo on the chicken breast?
Because we slightly burned the chicken skin when he smoked it, it stayed that way, and it was a little bit different in color. I wish I had a picture of it, but I never got one.
Wow.
So that's probably the most unique thing that I've ever done.
You would think so. A raw chicken breast engraved be smoked. But
we can also do acrylic awards. They come in a bunch of different shapes and sizes.
Obviously,
I
baseballs.
can engrave on baseball. Excuse me. I can engrave and cut out shapes of wood. These are some keychains that I donate every year to the Sickles Baseball organization when they do a golf tournament. These keychains are in their goodie bags.
See that UT baseball over there? I know that has some special meaning for you.
My son was very fortunate enough to play baseball at the University of Tampa. In his senior year, last year they won the national championship. That same year, Coach Urso won his 1,000th game as a coach. So we presented him with a baseball, and this was my little prototype. But we were able to put the UT logo on it, paint 1,000 wins on it, and then when I got this perfected, we actually did one and presented it to him. So that is now in his office at the University of Tampa.
That is very cool. Now, Danny, he finished out his baseball career, I think, at UT, but what was he doing before that? Didn't he have a neat little gig with a traveling team that has really taken the country by storm?
Yes. So Danny was very fortunate to be able to play for the Savannah Bananas.
Savannah Bananas.
And so we get a lot of people still calling us up and saying, hey, can Danny get me tickets for this? Can Danny get me tickets for that? So he played for them for the very last year that they played collegiate baseball before this World Tour took off. And they actually won their Coastal Plains League, which is a collegiate summer league. With that being said, they knew that they were going to be leaving the Coastal Plains League and doing this World Tour. So at the end of the season, all of the players got their Savannah Banana jerseys handed to them with a handwritten note from the owner thanking them for helping them to do that. So that is being framed for him for his Christmas gift this year.
And then, of course, you'll be engraving some bananas for them, I would think.
We have done a few things for the Bananas, and we've tried that, but yeah, that's still in the works.
If you can do chicken, you can do a banana, right?
Very much.
There's a joke in there somewhere. So, who are some of the clients that you've done work for that maybe folks would recognize? When I walked in, I saw PT Solutions.
Right.
Looks like you've done a ton of stuff for PT Solutions.
I've done a lot of work for PT Solutions, a local company around here. Probably almost every high school in Hillsborough County I've done some kind of work for, whether it's water bottles or trophies, coasters, donating stuff for their fundraisers that we can do. I have a lot of my own personal artwork down at the St. Pete Chamber of Commerce Visitor Center down in South St. Petersburg. I do a lot of work with different dive shops down in the Florida Keys also. So yeah, if you can think about it, I could probably personalize it for you on something.
And I know you have a Facebook page, do we have a website, do we have an Instagram?
Yes, my Facebook page is my personal one, Allan Gutcher. I do have a website, it's wedgewoodcreations.com, and the Instagram is also Allan Gutcher.
So if somebody had an idea for something that required any type of engraving, metal or wood or some sort of animal product, then they could contact you through your Facebook.
Or the easiest way really is my personal cell number, and that is 813-892-0243. As you can see, I'm bouncing around all the time, and my cell phone is always on my hip. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me.
And as we see that we are here at the Beacon Bats World Headquarters.
World Headquarters, yes.
Getting our Week 6 awards for Runners of the Week. So again, Allan, I want to thank you for opening up your shop, and really want to thank you for the relationship over the years. It's always been a pleasure doing business with you, and it was a privilege to coach Carly, and it's nice to be able to maintain that connection as we have over the years. And thank you for making TRC, Tampa Running Central's inaugural year, that much better with these awards that you're producing. So look forward to doing a lot of cool stuff with you in the future. Whether that includes something to eat or not, I'm not sure. But again, thanks for opening your shop up to us.
I appreciate it, Bill. Thank you.